Yeah, he did. Rome is falling, so the flame has come down at the gate of Eden. Exactly. And that's what's happening in Canada. That's what's happening in Canada. It's almost like we've been set up for the long haul. They're working for the World Economic Forum. Our Schwab has already said, like, to those a plant. He doesn't care. He's a fucking actor. Sorry for, oh, wow. A minute 37 in, and I already start swearing on YouTube. This is gonna go well, I can already tell. Oh god, and we're tanking. We are tanking. We are gonna, like, for now, for now, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh boy, this is gonna get bad. No, no, like, but Trudeau is doing it. Trudeau has managed to do it. It's beautiful. Oh god. We're gonna get nuked. Just wait for it. Just wait for it. We're gonna get nuked. Oh, we already have a civil war in our country. What are you talking about? What was that? Yeah, yeah, that's kind of. We currently have Canadian troops positioned in Japan because stuff's heating up, and everyone cares about the Ukraine. Yeah. Nope. Nope. That is prospector. Yeah. No. Yeah. They changed all the prospectors laws. There's a new one. That's why all these new lithium plants seem all. It is. Yeah. And we're just sarcastic. It just. Yeah. I'm not in this panel. I'm just rebroadcasting it so more people can hear it. Because a lot of people on YouTube would not hear Twitter or vice versa or Twitch. Like all five of my viewers, I love you so much. You are my favorite people in the world because you are dedicated. Oh, Sorry, it's so messy in here. Oh my boots. No, yeah. Nobody needs to see that. You know, and also probably switch over to computer. But I'm also not a play. So you can multitask on this one. Yeah, I know. That's the thing about being in the Commonwealth. We are, yeah, we've always been, yeah, exactly. We need to get away from the monarchy. Isn't that why we came over? I just don't care about them anymore. Oh my God. And now I'm gonna have, oh, oh I don't know. And you're just gonna have to deal with this. Tech issues, sorry. It's happening too fast sometimes. I wasn't even gonna go live. I might just even let this run until it ends because I'm tired. And oh, I thought to go is like transportation. If you ask the Indian government, oh my God, he comes right honestly. He comes from gangsters, like he really does. There's stuff about the Trudeaus in Canada you don't know. No, you don't have like you basically like sort of oh fuck Chucky. He's not my king. I'm sorry, I did take a note to him, but he ain't my king. And I kept it in heart that he you know, Diana was always my queen. Okay. Not Camilla first face, like sorry, you know. I've written out to the crown on history and family, but I will not repeat. I wanted William to be the king, and I think like they just wanted Chucky to have his little time in the sun, and like there needs to be a new monarchy. Well, especially like Elizabeth, like you look at her back in World War II, she was out in the trenches, like she was making vehicles. She wasn't just sitting back like a princess, you know. And I think that's part of like, and also, okay, it's like, yeah, that's just, you know, I don't want to like throw out the baby with the bathwater with the monarchy, but at the same time, we need changes. And when you look at all the money ties globally, this is a whole, we are just like serfs in a whole new fiefdom. Oh, India might. If India put sanctions on Canada, we are screwed. I don't think they will, but at the same time, I think they just want Trudeau gone. And they found cocaine on his plane, which I've said for. I mean, what else do you use that jet for? And you watch, like, I'm sorry, as a former addict, I just look at his behavior, and someone can only hold it together so long. Like, I didn't need the Indian government and press to say that, oh, drug sniffing dogs found cocaine on this plane. Yeah, he wasn't at that dinner. Wonder why? It's like, I'm like, yeah, I've said that for months. Yeah, he's like, you can tell someone who's kind of going into Charlie Sheen mode. I'm not, I wasn't gonna like stream, but this is a fascinating conversation. I think, yeah, it's not probably something a lot of Christian to communities that hear. And I'm sorry, I'm not on camera. It's just too hard on the cell phone. I tried it. I tried it. I I just don't want to drop the signal. Oh, we lost the species. Oh God, no way! Like, oopsie daisy. We invited an oxygen and House of Commons. Oopsie daisy. Oh, that's such a bad idea. Please don't do that. Those aren't the kids you want to play with. Oh God, I get it. Uh, Oh, that's right. I'm just trying to rip off the stupid bandages work is making me wear, and it's like it's demeaning. It's demeaning. I have you're worried, like fine, it's your policy. I still have like oh God, I think I still have how many more days of this stupid stuff? Like I'll keep it on just as a box is heavy. But it's like I wanted to go to dinner tonight and they have like this lane special and I was like, I can't even like what should I do? Ask the waitress for gloves from the kitchen? So I just like finished a drink and left. I just was like, no, I can't stay. It's so gross. It's just demeaning. No. And now they keep erasing everything. Yeah, yeah. They tried to even erase the Nazi in the House of Commons. No, we're not going to erase this from the House of Commons. It's there. Nobody's going to forget it. They can try, but it's not going to happen. You know what? I almost want to, after this, I almost might bring up my blog just because I'm so worked up after work. It's just a commute. I just see a little camper for like 3,000. Um, because then I could park it on site, and then I could just stay there during the week. And basically, after work, I would probably just be screaming and passing out. Probably passing out, especially with the winter lift. Like it's more the winter lift I'm thinking about this, because it is 9 hour days, and I cannot be doing these. Well, it's a better bus trip, but not really because you're in the cold and in the winter, and I've done it before. I walked 3 hours to a job I hated in Langford this winter, like in the snowstorm, because none of the buses were working, and I knew nobody else would show up. And I got yelled at the whole day. I was like, I was just like, why did I even come if you hate me? If you just hate me, then why did I even come? hmm That's exactly what they do. They're just like little piggies at the trough. Well, because the blue collar workers are too busy with their families and jobs to get involved with politics. And that's the biggest problem in Canadian politics. It's like the whole middle class is getting left out just because we're trying to stay afloat. It's frustrated. What the fuck am I watching on TV? I'm sorry, this is like, what the hell am I watching on TV? I don't know if this is a movie or sometimes it switches channels randomly, and so I'm like, think I'm watching one thing, and then I'm like, this isn't Star Trek. Oh, it's Christopher Walken. It's a movie. Okay, what the hell is this movie then? Oh my god, I'm gonna have to watch this again. Sorry, I have TV on as well as this, but I'm just reading the subtitles. There's closed captioning. Sometimes friends will come over and they'll be like, "There's no volume on your TV," and I'm like, "Oh, well, it's been like that for 3 days. I didn't even notice. I'm so busy sometimes with streams, like I'm just reading it, and I don't even notice, but I can kind of hear the actors' voices in my head, so I fill in the blanks. Sometimes I don't know. It's, yeah, There is always hope. No, no, we can change it. We are changing it. Streams like this are changing it. Having like people do panels like this, just we aren't like we aren't anyone special, but we are amazing people. You know, like everyone I know on Twitter or on this app during hiccups is amazing people. And this is such an honor to find it. Especially this movie is like working me up. It's like the little kitty and the lion king. Oh my goodness. Which one? Which one? We are at World War III. This is how it looks, kids. This isn't an oopsie moment. This is like planned. This is like them dropping the gauntlet. Okay, anyone who has a basic high school history understands which side the Russians were on in World War II and which division this gentleman was in. And he was a volunteer. A volunteer. Okay. This is like Inglorious Bastards moment, folks. I I I might actually once this is done, like jump the gun on my stream just but that is you know what I was doing in my blog today. I might even pull up some of this after this battle, just because I'm mad. I'm mad. My grandpa would be rolling over in his grave, understanding this is the shape of Canada. We are letting this happen. And Poland is even saying, like, hey, we don't carry 98. Skip them over. We'll deal with them. We've been looking for these bastards for years. Melissa Lansing. Oh God, yeah, I do want to pull up her blog or her speech in the House of Commons today because she wasn't in the House of Commons for that, and I don't blame her. I wouldn't want to be around Zelensky or any of that. I mean, I would not like he would have known the itinerary and who is on the dock, and a lot of the conservatives, to their credit, yes, they have to stand up or in the House of Commons, and a few people just sat down. I sat down because as soon as he started announcing the details, I was just like, are you kidding me? We cannot be going backwards. And how we've given them $9.6 billion. Yeah, our First Nations still don't have water after 8 years of ago. Really, really, I know people think he's done all this great stuff for Indigenous rights, but he hasn't. Where's your water? He didn't. He went surfing and didn't show up in Victoria. And it's gonna be my birthday on Saturday, but I'm gonna be there on Saturday. Um, just to show solidarity, and then I want to go home because, yeah, like, I just kind of wanted to spend my birthday having a Dairy Queen cake with vodka and milkshake. Like, just put it in the blender and make it into a milkshake. Oh god, that would be so good. It's like the extra blended. Except the one on the way to the to downtown. The one downtown is really sketchy, and I think the cakes are safe because it's pretty much. And if I just go for like a plain one, I'll find a different place. I'm sure there's someone else. Oh, I know one. I know one. It's by the Empress, and they do like fudge. Or if I time it well, I can make it. I might have to do this the day before. I really love baklava for my birthday cake. I love baklava. It's like pistachios and honey and little flaky pastry. There's like one little market that does it so well. I if yeah, I'm gonna check Friday. I think there we go. See, God is like saying even have a moment. I think we're cool. Understand this has been very intense work. I took like almost a year off YouTube at one point. Like I joined church. Started, yeah. So, well, he's not online fucking videos because if you like what he does, he really I gotta say this as a really, really, really catty remark. If he's calling his new channel Burning Bush, maybe he shouldn't have been like banging chicks without a condom. Just saying. Naughty, naughty. Hello. Yeah, I'm just sort of like getting ready for bed. I just wanted, I just caught this and I wanted to start playing it. There's probably not a lot of stuff Americans would hear or a lot of people. This is just, regular, awesome Canadians just, talking about trying to invent. Because whatever happened was just God. God, God, God. We shouldn't have had that in the House of Commons. I'm here, but not really here. I'm gonna roll another joint. Just, I can't believe this happened. No, my grandpa would be rolling over in his grave to know this happened. My grandma would probably even be more livid because her first husband died in World War II. And then she married my grandpa. So, you know, it goes way back. So in World War I and World War II, all these kids just, this is just what you do. And right now, I kind of feel like that in Canada, but it's like this weird Cold War going on. Like, we're all supposed to just wave a certain flag, except the Canadian one, because which I'm like, are we being invaded? Have we been invaded? I think we've been invaded if China's setting up. Ooh, I almost swore on that one. Almost swore on that one. Yeah, setting up cop shots. Say that 3 times fast, but no, it's mad. It's like they shouldn't even be here. Like, imagine the RCMP going down to Washington, D.C. and like, hey, we're just gonna like kind of hang out here, set up a concert. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We aren't looking for Americans, which is almost worse. It's like, wow. But that is the reality of Canada. Well, I think there's a lot of people who got into that position because of a certain thing. Aww. Aww. Well, I think I might this not me, not me, but actually just switch over to my laptop and do my live uh, blog today because I got a lot of clips that really impact this, you know, and I think this is one of those moments in history. As much as I want to sleep, okay, let's set up. I'm gonna like take. I'm gonna just let them play for a minute more, and then pull up my blog again and see if it works. Oh, God, Christopher Walken's hot. Sorry, yeah, I'm like multitasking. I didn't mean that way. Get your minds out of the gutter. It's like a movie about like I'll have to find the title. It's my remote isn't working, so I can't really dig it up right now. It's not the remote. It's just I am the remote. I don't. The remote broke like 3 years ago. It's just I don't care. I'll walk over to the TV like with skill, but this is such an interesting conversation. You know, I don't want to leave it. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Oh no, absolutely. Like they're good doctors, but wow, that's awful. I lost a friend to Crohn's disease, so she was gorgeous. Like this, oh God, she was like 6'2", this Italian Roman model, like blonde, like her legs are over my head, literally and figuratively. No, no, we never went there. She were she had issues. Like I think she compensated sometimes for Crohn's with just hard drugs. So, and that's hard when you know. And I've lost a lot of people who they know they're dying, and so they're just like, well, I'm gonna go up big. And it's hard on the friends and family you leave behind. Oh, very, yeah, very cancer. Like that one's a bad one. That one's even with the best medication, the best doctors, like especially like women's healthcare because it's not researched as much. Yeah, like I said it. Oh, wow. Wow. That's lucky because most people I know who had it. Wow. No, well, and not to be sexist, because I, I know a few guys going through prostate cancer right now, and it is brutal. Like, and they have had to make peace with their families. Like, hey, um, this is happening, and pancreatic cancer. A lot of people who are diagnosed with that one, it's like gone. So we're going to change topics. I'm going to change topics. I'm just going to like,
Yes, I am still here. And I just switched over to my laptop so I could pull up my blog because I have some really interesting links. Oh my goodness. Like, what the hell is happening in Canada? I'm just like, part of me is just like, am I dead? And this is just like some weird afterlife layer. Like, yeah, Canada gets more and more embarrassing every day. The House of Commons gave 2 standing ovations to a Nazi, not just a regular Nazi, a volunteer Nazi. If someone fought against the Russians in World War II, that should have been a red flag right there. People don't know history. And I mean, okay, he's 98, but the Polish government, okay, let's just put this into context. The Polish government was like, oh, oh, so, so you're there. Can we extradite him? Yeah, things are just heating up in ways I cannot believe. And it shouldn't even be happening. Yeah. And Melissa Landsman, she, I think if anyone in the House of Commons.
For Thornhill. The Speaker of the House took the fall, and the Prime Minister continues to blame everyone else. A full-blown international embarrassment for our country, for our allies, and for everything this nation did to defeat the Nazis. An actual Nazi invited to the House of Commons.
Exactly.
And celebrated.
Not just a regular Nazi, a volunteer Nazi. Like,
the PM has called Canadian citizens.
We're going to pull out some more clips. Don't worry about it, darlings.
And take responsibility.
Amen, sister. Okay.
what happened on Friday.
Just let me pause this for a second. I want you to understand what's going on in Canada. Basically, this woman that you were about to listen to, and I know you're like, oh my God, she's pregnant. Oh, she really, like, she keeps saying, oh, well, my family came from the Holocaust as well. But she tried to silence this in the House of Commons. And this is why it's scary, because when you start trying to erase official records because they're uncomfortable about an event that happened, and I hate to say it, yeah, 20 years ago, even maybe 10 years ago, some of this stuff could have been erased. But now with social media, everyone knows. Everyone knows it's right there. And everyone should be concerned about this. But hey, let's let this dumb broad talk about what she's going to say. And basically, she is like, I could see in the next little while a lot of people from the Liberals either like changing the sides of the House, and also because of pressure from their constituents, because people are getting fed up with this. Like, we have given $9 billion to this war so far, and could someone for once say, we are at World War III. This is what it looks like. Hope everyone's having fun. I love the smell of napalm in the morning, but I got more clips, and I just wanted to pause that one for a moment before. This woman is insane. She basically said, yeah, there's a whole lot of crazy in this House of Commons. Like, we can't make these memes up.
Known what the speaker was going to do ahead of time and who this person was, I am certain that not a single person would have stood in this House of Commons. But the fact of the
okay, no. Just to make it clear for everyone who isn't familiar with history, the Russians were allies in World War II. They were fighting the Nazis. The Nazis were rounding up people and killing them. That's why my grandpa went over. Well, I guess my grandma's first husband, and then my grandpa, like every kid, and my dad's dad tried to go over, but he didn't have good enough eyesight. But hey, we need farmers, so everyone has a role, even if in times like this, especially farmers. And now it's like, I feel like this, hey, who wants to eat crickets? What is going on here? And when you see clips like this and what is going on in the House of Commons and what our tax dollars are going towards, it's just disturbing. It's like, I really want someone to just, like, is this like real? Like, am I dead? Like, because it doesn't even seem real. But yeah, we're going to pull up more of the House of Commons right now, because this is like, you can't make this shit up. I cannot believe this is happening. Yeah.
The fact of the matter is, and my conservative colleagues,
It's great
know
you're
this,
pregnant,
that neither
but
the Prime Minister, nor the government, nor the Ukrainian delegation, or any parliamentarian
no, there is like Canadian history. You know who we were. If you have,
the minister who is now whispering
yes,
was louder when she
exactly.
also painted Canadians as Nazis, and she
exactly
to apologize for an actual Nazi. This government.
Oh no, she knows she fucked up. That's why she's so down quiet. Because she was really loud. I have some clips of that later.
Survivors distorting the Holocaust. You should be ashamed of yourself. I don't know.
Here is an applause that should happen in the House of Commons. Well said, Melissa. Yeah, we need, yeah.
Just a reminder for all questions and comments to be through the chair.
Oh, don't.
5 seconds left there.
No. No.
That he has slandered, dishonored, and embarrassed Holocaust survivors, but I think 2 times is too many.
Yeah. The Honorable Government House Leader.
Okay, I know she's pregnant. Okay, this is just so awkward because you throw a pregnant chick in the mix, but nobody's like. Even some of the liberal parties, like. Oh my God! Look at Melina. Oh my God! I didn't even notice that. Melina is just pissed off.
Full responsibility for this. He has resigned. It was the right thing to do. It was the honorable thing to do.
She looks like the super villain. Like, fuck you, cunt. Oh yeah. Okay, we're gonna go keep scrolling down because I got more clips of this. I pulled up as much as I could, and I'm just going to read out some of these comments. Because her spineless boss didn't have the guts to appear in the house and face the music. I was watching it live. My immediate reaction was how he could have been fighting Russia or the Soviets in World War II unless he was with the Nazis. So both sides of the parliament should have known better. I feel bad for Rhoda. So do I. Like, I'm going to take a little moment because he was my favorite House of Speaker. He was, and he got blindsided. He got set up. I almost wonder if his notes didn't get switched or something because he would have second guessed that, or at least because you could see his face and he was like, someone switched his notes. He got set up. Like, that's my theory on this. Yeah. I believe the speaker is allowed to invite 10 people. The rule in place has been for some time without being questioned, and I'm sure it has had some vetting process. That process should be changed, obviously. No, I think we should keep it in place and just test how it works. Let's just test it better. But I mean, if we let in a Nazi, maybe I could go to the House of Commons. But I think both the Conservatives and the Liberals were aware of how the process works. And the issue was never raised before on either side. This is an unfortunate embarrassment for a country, but it is being far too politicized. No, I don't think it's being politicized enough. Our grandfathers fought in World War II, World War I. And now it's like we're letting it happen again. We're erasing our past and letting in fascism. I do agree Trudeau should be in the House answering questions for himself. He is only making the situation look worse for the government. Well, maybe he's been arrested on cocaine charges. I don't want an apology. I believe most Canadians, like myself, want an election to get the Liberals out of office once and for all. Can we hurry up and have the federal election so we can vote Trudeau out now? Vote in non-confidence is the only answer. Make it happen. For my grandfather, who is a World War II Canadian paratrooper, oh, hugs to your grandpa and your family, and all veterans. Yes. We are, we're celebrating a Ukrainian SS, and yeah, Trudeau will use anyone as, oh God, this is hilarious. Yeah, it was. I called it months ago.
Here in the chamber today, a literal Nazi.
Yep.
His name is Yaroslav Hunka, a Waffen SS soldier who pledged allegiance to Hitler, fought against our allies in the...
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the pleb. In today's story, well, I definitely did not see that coming. Today, in Parliament, Anthony Rota, Speaker of the House, resigns after inviting a literal Nazi to be celebrated in Parliament. As well, tonight,
this
the
is
Muslim
awful.
Association of
I
Canada
cannot believe
comes
this
out
is happening
and
in
demands
Canada.
Justin Trudeau apologize for his disgusting comments. And in our last story, Indian News is reporting that Justin Trudeau had on his plane. What's going on? You won't want to miss tonight's story. Stick around.
Oh, I told you that.
All right, guys, if this is your first time watching one of my videos, I'm going to ask you a question. Do you think Justin Trudeau is the most embarrassing politician of all time? If that answer is yes, smash the subscribe button because you found a new home. Welcome to tonight's report. This is going to be a crazy story and a continuation of where I left off on my last video. This story is continuing to develop here, where Justin Trudeau and his Liberal Party literally invited a World War II Nazi to the Parliament of Canada.
We quite literally did this.
To be celebrated. You heard that right.
I know, Steve. Like, wow, we did this.
To celebrate him. Now, if you didn't think Justin Trudeau's government is the most
just wait for the rest of my vlog. I'm going to let the pleb play for a bit. I want to roll a joint and have a smoke.
Political career.
And some of this
before
is...
we get into the clips tonight and break down
a lot
the story,
of people will not see this unless we broadcast it again.
Possibly the greatest headline of all time.
I know. Hey,
now,
man,
those of you
I
who
don't care.
Remember, here's the initial clip from the CBC.
Wait till you see the later into my blog, Steve. Ever see Inglorious Bastards? Hey, we would be able to tell who he was.
Also one for this man, a 98-year-old Ukrainian Canadian who fought for Ukrainian independence against the Russians during the Second World War.
What?
Soldier.
CBC?
It's
what?
not. It's like
the dude
full.
Is a literal Nazi. What did you describe?
I know
the
CBC though. This is why we need to defund them.
This is how great our media is here in Canada.
Yeah, I know.
One for this man, a 98-year-old Ukrainian Canadian
this is
who
nuts.
fought for Ukrainian independence against the Russians during.
A 98-year-old
And you know what? The
Ukrainian
people in the
Canadian
uniforms
who fought for independence against the
who are
Russians,
plotting.
also known as Nazis.
Now,
our next
and
clip is
people
gonna come from
wonder
the
why,
amazing
like, my
Sultan,
whole
who captured
military
the moment where
enrollment
Anthony
didn't
Rota,
go
the
well.
Speaker of the House, realized that he absolutely screwed up. Watch this clip. This guy's clips are always gold. Give him a follow on next year.
Yeah.
But watch, he captured the moment.
We have here in the chamber today Ukrainian Canadian war veteran from the Second World War who fought the Ukrainian independence against the Russians.
Who fought for it? Look at his eyebrows. Look at his eyebrows.
And continues to support the
Wait, hold on. Look at his eyebrows go up after he realizes that he's a Nazi. Look at the speaker's eyebrows.
The Ukrainian independence against the Russians.
Ooh.
And continues to support the
Oh, man. That's our liberal government. The most incompetent government of all time. All right, someone took that clip and remixed it, and it's the funniest thing I've seen on Twitter in a long time. Watch him announce this man if he were actually honest. Okay, this clip right here is the best thing ever. Watch this, watch this. If our government were honest, all right?
We have here in the chamber today a literal Nazi. His name is Yaroslav Hunka, a Waffen SS soldier who pledged allegiance to Hitler, fought against our allies in the Soviet Union, and was complicit in the Holocaust.
Oh my god.
Oh
This
my.
man's a criminal. Not a great look for us.
Why are we allowing such incompetent people to run this country? Seriously, what is going on? A simple Google search would have told you who this guy was and what Grandpa was up to during the Second World War. All it took was a Google search. And you want to know what the worst part is? Is that the liberal government literally vetted this guy. Yes, they vetted him. Here's the proof. I told you guys pleb always brings the receipts, and here we go. Here is a clip of Karina Gould admitting that they vetted this guy. They literally... This is so embarrassing. Oh my, it's so embarrassing.
When it comes to everyone that was invited to Parliament, of course that vetting happened.
That vetting happened. Of course that vetting happened. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again.
Invited to Parliament, of course that vetting happened.
And this is the same Karina Gould who came out on Twitter, or X, and urged her fellow MPs to avoid politicizing this incident. Oh, really? The same way you avoided politicizing the Freedom Convoy? Get the out of here. We're politicizing it. And shout out to whoever made this meme because it's just perfect. Karina Gould, if you could just go ahead and stop talking about the Nazi we brought into Parliament, that'd be great. Absolutely perfect. And since I'm petty and absolutely politicizing this, here is a picture that Karina Gould deleted off her Instagram of her taking a selfie with this actual Nazi. Yes, she took a selfie with a Nazi. Welcome to Clown World. Oh yeah, and speaking of not politicizing it, you remember that time Justin Trudeau was in the House of Commons and literally said that a Jewish MP stands with the swastika? Do you guys remember that? Remember what Justin Trudeau
a lot.
Absolute bullshit.
Satan's channel.
Watch this clip as a
You
reminder
will not
of who the
understand a
liberals
lot.
are.
Like,
Conservative
and
Party
Steve is
members
probably
can stand
correct,
with people
so.
who wave swastikas.
Oh.
They can stand with people who wave the Confederate flag. We will choose to stand with Canadians who deserve to be able to get to their
pretty
jobs,
much,
to be
Steve.
able to get their
Pretty
lives
much,
back.
Steve.
These illegal protests need to stop, and they.
Oh yes, Justin Trudeau accusing peaceful
I know,
protesters
I know,
of
I
being
know,
something
I know.
they are not. But you know what? Justin Trudeau and his government literally brought a real Nazi to the House of Commons
just
and
wait for
got
some of my
busted for it.
clips tonight.
How's that for karma? Or
I
how
found
about
some
this
good
clip
ones.
from bimbo extraordinaire
I don't
Jennifer
think I'll get
O'Connell,
too
who is
many
playing the
copyright
exact
strikes.
same games of lies. Just enjoy this backfire. And shout out to Harrison for the incredible
Oh no,
edit.
I don't think I've got too many copyright strikes tonight.
Or reprimand for members of this house who meet with no.
We're gonna go through this because.
Misinformation, disinformation,
Oh, I have a lot, and I was gonna.
She's talking about online hate and privacy of
No,
Canadians
but
and regulation. Does she condemn
I'm too worked
her
up.
actions by
I
meeting
can't
with
sleep.
a no-Nazi
He
in
is.
the
He
country
is.
who spout anti-Muslim rhetoric?
Who spout
Trudeau is fucked
anti-Muslim
up as
rhetoric?
hell.
Oh
Yeah, that-
my God. I know one thing, and I know one thing for sure. Whenever a liberal accuses someone else of doing something, it's because they are the ones doing it. Absolute projection. And shout out to Libs of TikTok for bringing this absolute.
Oh
beauty of a
yeah,
clip
I
back
know
to
this
life.
one
Who
was
remembers
great.
when Canada's
This
Minister
one was
of
great.
Mental Health came out?
Yeah,
and
I
said
know.
that
She's
Hong Kong
wonderful.
was the
She was
equivalent
lovely
of
for.
Heil Hitler. Yes, watch this clip.
I know
if you don't
Hong
believe
Kong. Hong Kong. Like,
How much vitriol do we have to see of Hong Kong, which is an acronym for Hail Hitler? Do we need to see
well, it's
these
like Diagolon.
protesters on social
It's
media?
like Diagolon.
And after
It's
all
a
this drama
fake
that ensued, the
country
media finally got
whose
to Justin
president
Trudeau,
is a
and he had
plastic
this
ghost.
opportunity to break his silence
And yet we
about
spent
this giant
3 days in
scandal
the House
here.
of Commons over
And
this.
of course, Justin Trudeau
Like, oh my
blames it on
goodness.
everyone but himself. Shout out to Defenser Memes, who came out and put Justin Trudeau in his appropriate face here, and actually makes Justin Trudeau tolerable to listen to because I can laugh at this being a meme. But the words are true and unedited. Listen to what Justin Trudeau had to say.
Obviously, it's extremely upsetting that this happened. The speaker.
Yeah, he really cares. He's
and has apologized. But this is something that is deeply embarrassing to the Parliament of Canada and, by extension, to all Canadians.
no, he did this.
Particularly
He did
Jewish
this.
MPs and all members of the Jewish
He
community
freaking
across
did
the country,
this.
Celebrating, commemorating Yom Kippur today. I think it's.
He doesn't
really
even
important that all
know,
of us
like,
push back against Russian propaganda, Russian disinformation.
how is this Russian propaganda?
All
Like,
right, let's blame this screw up on
yeah,
Russia.
no,
It's
no,
just what
no. We
Justin Trudeau
cannot
said.
blame
He's literally
Russia
blaming it
on
the
this
Russians now.
shit.
Gotta avoid
No,
this Russian
Trudeau
misinformation.
fucked
Dude,
up.
you literally invited a Nazi to Parliament.
Yeah.
Okay?
The
Your
House
party
of
literally
Commons
did this.
fucked up.
And you're blaming
So
Russia?
bad.
Are you insane?
There is no, like,
Critical support for Ukraine, as we did last week with announcing further measures to stand with Ukraine in Russia's illegal war against it.
Yeah, Trudeau's going to stand with Ukraine by literally giving Putin the
another
biggest
3
propaganda win
years in this conflict.
Yeah, that's how he stands with Ukraine. This man is
No,
not only
no,
destroying
I'm
Canada,
against
he's
this.
literally
No.
destroying Ukraine as well.
No.
This story, this screw
We
up
need
is
peace
so bad
talks.
for Justin
We need
Trudeau. Literally to the
negotiations.
point where the government of Poland
Why aren't we working
now
together?
want to extradite this 98-year-old Ukrainian Canadian man,
Hey,
or
man.
Nazi, as sane people would call him,
I'll
so
go
he
into
can literally
it.
face justice for his war crimes. Yes, Justin Trudeau managed to piss off Poland as well.
Yeah.
So yes,
Yep.
that was on Monday. Today is Tuesday, and now all the Liberal MPs in front of the media
It's a good way
are
to
now
say
throwing
it. It's a
Anthony
good way to
Rota
say
under
it.
the
Like,
bus publicly, asking
I
him
kind of
to
feel like
resign.
the puck has
Yes,
been
the Liberals
dropped,
found their fall
and
guy.
we're
It's
just
gonna be the
waiting
Speaker
to
of the
see
House.
how
Of
the
course, it will
next,
never be Justin Trudeau.
3 rounds
But
go out.
in true Liberal fashion, Anthony Rota was there to answer the call
This
and
was
resign
such a big fuck
and
up
throw
with the
himself
House
under
of
the
Commons.
bus for the most corrupt
And
Prime Minister of all
I have
time,
a lot
Justin
of other
Trudeau.
clips
Watch
about
the
this.
clip. He resigns to protect Justin Trudeau.
I'm
man. Here it comes.
You can find all the other clips if you want to get like a preview, because I'm already in like almost 2 hours in.
As a parliamentarian to have been elected by you
my peers to serve as the Speaker of the House of Commons for the 43rd and 44th Parliament. I have acted as your humble servant of this House, carrying out the important responsibilities of this position to the very best of my abilities. Je tiens à vous remercier.
I would like to thank you, my colleagues, for your support and for your collegiality during my term as Speaker.
This House is above any of us. Therefore, I must step down as your Speaker.
For Justin Trudeau.
I reiterate my profound regret for my error in recognizing an individual in the House during the joint address to Parliament of President Zelensky. That public recognition has caused pain to individuals and communities, including the Jewish community in Canada and around the world, in addition to survivors of Nazi atrocities in Poland, among other nations. I accept full responsibility for my actions. My resignation is
They're
effective
prisoners.
at the end of
I don't
the
know.
sitting day tomorrow, Wednesday, September
No,
27th,
Asia is
to allow preparation
Southeast
for the election of a
Asia.
new speaker.
Um,
Until that time, the deputy speakers
like India
chair
is
the House
very,
proceedings.
very different than
Merci.
China.
Whew.
And
That's a standing
on the
ovation.
west coast of
Pretending to
Canada,
vote for
it's
Justin Trudeau, right?
a whole meld
So yes,
of
the
all of
Speaker
it.
of the House lost his job. But why didn't Justin Trudeau
And he was
take
the
any
best Speaker
responsibility
of
or
the
even apologize for this
House?
giant mess? Read Justin Trudeau's own words from 2013, saying the Prime Minister needs to show leadership and take responsibility for the actions of the people he appointed and hired.
Can
Did you
he
guys read
just
those
fucking
words? Because
resign?
Justin Trudeau took no responsibility
He
for this.
didn't.
Did
He
not
didn't even
apologize
show up in the House of
whatsoever.
Commons.
Does that sound like a real
He
leader
threw
to
the
you?
Speaker
Seriously? Now
under
that's
the bus.
just Justin Trudeau's problems at home. Justin Trudeau has massive problems abroad because apparently now former Indian diplomats are accusing Justin Trudeau of having illicit drugs on his plane during the G20. Yes, you heard that right.
Cupcakes.
Justin Trudeau had
I
pain
have been
on his
saying
plane.
this
So
for
this is
months.
the diplomat
Almost
who
over
accused
a
Justin
year and a
Trudeau of
half
this.
more.
Thanks. Shout out to
I
Rupa
knew him,
Subramanian,
like,
one of the best journalists in Canada, who
this
actually
isn't a
translated
sober
this clip from
individual.
Indian TV, saying on Indian TV,
How is
former
he
Indian
Prime
diplomat
Minister is
Deepak
beyond
Vohra
me. It's like
claims that
this
there are credible rumors that
dystopian hell.
sniffer dogs in India found cocaine on Trudeau's plane, and that
Are
Trudeau
you
didn't
surprised?
attend the G20
I'm
dinner
not
because
surprised.
he was
I already
high?
called it.
What? Okay,
No,
this is
no,
wild.
no.
Let's watch
I
the
already
clip
called
here.
it.
You probably won't even understand what they're saying, but oh my God.
I understand what they're
This is
saying.
crazy.
Credible, क्या कहते हैं रूमर्स है कि इसके जहाज में से कोकेन मिली थी हमारे स्निफर डॉग्स को और फिर 2 दिन ही अपने होटल में कि कमरे में बंद रहा, बाहर नहीं आया। प्रेसिडेंट हमारे भारत के राष्ट्रपति जो डिनर किया था उसमें नहीं गया। लोग कहते हैं
I think they both were, and I think if he's
Now,
like
whether you
grooming
believe
his
that's
son
true or not, I'm not saying
or
it's true. I'm
trying
not
to
saying
do
it's
that
not
like
true.
cool daddy
How about you guys
moment
let me know
during
in
a
the comments down below.
divorce.
Do you guys actually believe
I
this Indian diplomat
just think this
that
poor
Trudeau had a
kid
little
has no
Tony
idea what's
Montana on
coming
the plane
for him.
and the sniffer dogs caught it?
And
that
maybe
was
he
too
should
messed up
like
to
think
show up
about
to
his,
dinner from partying on the plane.
you
Let me know in
know,
the comments.
Uncle
It's a crazy
Uncle
story. So let
Michelle,
me know in the comments down below
because
if
you know,
guys believe that or not. Because I'm
like
not sure I do.
Trudeau
even though the
took out
story
his
is
own
hilarious.
brother.
And
Trudeau
in the theme
killed
of
his own
tonight's
brother.
newscast, we're going to continue
Let's
with the
just-
Trudeau downfall here.
And
Because you guys
you
remember
know,
that protest
hey,
that covered
and now
last
we
week,
have
Leave Our
Nazis
Kids
in the
Alone,
House of Commons.
Million March
This is
for
great.
Kids. You guys
Yeah.
remember when Justin Trudeau came out and called the parents homophobes, biphobes, transphobes? You know, Justin Trudeau calling them all kinds of nasty names. That's what he does when people protest and he doesn't agree with
Exactly.
them. Well,
He's
the Muslim
insane.
Association
He
of
is
Canada
not.
is now coming out and demanding
yeah.
that Justin Trudeau apologize.
Yeah, I know,
for
and
his
I feel
disgusting
bad
comments.
for his kid.
Yes, they released this.
I'm just
long
gonna
letter
pause
here
this for another
asking for
second.
Trudeau to apologize.
Also, to
And this-
not
this
get
letter
copyright
here has
strikes.
26.
I'm gonna pull this up. I can't pull up the oh, hello, good to see you. No, he brought his son to this meeting, and then they didn't go to the dinner. Like, hey, if he is dealing with his kid going through drugs, I feel bad for him, but I think daddy's enabling and a groomer. We all know that. It's Trudeau. Sad but true. And I feel bad for his kids. Like I can just tell by the body language over, when they're getting off the planes and stuff, like what's going on. Sorry. Oh. Sorry. Well, I don't know what's going on, but I don't imagine it's too
600
kosher.
likes, has over 1,100 retweets, and 725,000 views on the post. Yes,
I gotta go
Justin
out to
Trudeau
the balcony.
has absolutely pissed off the Muslim community. But don't worry, it gets better because none other than Pierre Poilievre came out and quote tweeted this, saying the Muslim Association of Canada demands Trudeau retract his inflammatory and divisive comments against concerned parents. I agree. Trudeau should retract, stop dividing, drop his radical agenda, right, and butt out so parents can raise their kids. Boom! Pierre Poilievre just put another nail in the Trudeau coffin. So yes, in just 1 week, Justin Trudeau managed to get us in a diplomatic war with India. He managed to call Muslim parents a bunch of really terrible names and piss off the Muslim community. He literally brought a Nazi to parliament to get a standing ovation, and he handed Vladimir Putin what is probably one of his biggest propaganda wins in recent time. Everything this guy does is a screw up. So yeah, that's a wrap for today's video, but I'm going to ask you guys a couple of questions here to end this off here. Has this been Justin Trudeau's worst 1 week stretch of his political career? Let me know in the comments down below if there's been worse. I'd love to hear it. And also, do you think more than just Anthony Rota, the Speaker of the House, should have resigned for what happened last Friday in Parliament? Let me know down below. If you guys like this type of content, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, guys. It helps out a lot. You can buy a membership too. That helps out even more. My name is The Pleb. This was today's news report, and I will see you at the next one. Peace.
Sorry. Behind on the clips. No, that is good advice. I do some of that. I just don't want to. Okay, we're going to read off some of this. There is need for some reflection here. The entirety of the Canadian Parliament members applauded a man who is involved with horrific crimes against mankind and the abject torture of pregnant women. Okay. The world watches and waits, which is unfortunate. Either Canadians take to the streets, which is not going to happen and not going to be effective if it does, and request immediate election, or the world acknowledges that all Canadians join in the applause. The silence and decisions of all Canadians to do nothing is extremely worrying. If you do not realize what has happened, no Canadians will ever be part of anywhere again. And that is happening. Like, Canadians are getting blacklisted, and it's not for the reasons my bad behavior used to be. It's because we welcomed a Nazi into the House of Commons, and the Prime Minister will not say anything against it. Remove each and every parliamentarian or be forever tainted. We will not see an election because Trudeau supports Khalistan and Jagmeet Singh, and he's sympathetic to their movement. Therefore, he will withdraw his support. And yeah, it's so freaking messed up. These are just some of the comments I took screenshots of. This one's good, but I'm going to scroll down a bit. Yeah, of course he was vetted. The speaker introduced him with a prepared speech, which must have had some basic research. Yeah, you figure. No, like, here we go. Let's just pull this one up.
What we have to confront is a deep, systemic, and structural restructuring.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
And this will take some time. And the world will look differently after we have gone through this transition process.
Yes, this is very disturbing. I don't know if you have seen this World Economic Forum with John Kerry's daughter, Vanessa, suggests using emotions from pandemic and storytelling to advance climate crisis narrative. I don't know if you have seen this segment. This article was recently published by the Gateway Pundit. The pandemic was an opportunity, I think, all over the world. People realize how important health was. How now do we take that emotions of the health factor so critical?
The pandemic was an opportunity. I think all over the world, people realize how important health was. How now do we take that emotion of the health factor is so critical? But guess what, guys? The climate crisis is creating more health issues than you can ever imagine, but no one has been able to make that link in the past. I think
about health, I'm not even going to pull up the rest of this one. I can't even stand this bitch. I can't even stand this cunt. I'm sorry. Because if the pandemic was about health, then why did we shut down gyms? Why did we shut down parks and recreation and sports and arts? It's about control. And I'm just, okay, yeah. Here, this is just what I keep thinking today with everything that's going on.
Very well. They're coming. Now we'll see how these Russians deal with a crack SS division.
Exactly.
Hans?
Exactly,
Now,
it
guys,
is.
my friend.
Yeah. Hans, I've just noticed something.
These communists are all cowards.
Have you looked at our caps recently?
Our caps?
The badges on our caps. Have you looked at them?
What? No. A bit.
They've got skulls on them.
This one is
Have
so
you noticed
classic.
that our caps have actually
Exactly.
got little pictures of skulls
Yeah.
on them?
I don't.
Hans, are we the baddies?
Your word is law. Are we the baddies? I think Canada might be the baddies right now. Oh my God, please don't nuke us. Not all of us are evil.
Maybe they're the skulls of our
What the
enemies.
fuck? Like,
Maybe.
this shouldn't be
But is that how it
happening.
comes across? It doesn't say next to the skull, yeah, we killed him, but trust us, this guy was horrid.
Well, no, but
I mean, what do skulls make you think of? Death, cannibals, beheading, pirates.
Pirates are fun.
Pirates
I didn't say
are
we weren't
fun.
But fun or not, pirates are still the baddies. I just can't think of anything good about a skull.
What about pure Aryan skull shape?
Even that is more usually depicted with the skin still on. Whereas the Allies...
No, you haven't been listening to Allied propaganda. Of course they're going to say we're the bad guys.
But they didn't get to design our uniforms. They're quite nice. Stars, stripes,
Truth right
diamonds,
there.
sickles.
What's so good about a sickle?
Well, nothing. And obviously, if there's one thing we've learned in the last 1,000 miles of retreat, is that Russian agriculture is in dire need of mechanization. You've got to say, it's better than a skull. I mean, I really can't think of anything worse as a symbol than a skull.
Rat's anus?
Yeah, and if we were fighting an army marching under the banner of a rat's anus, I would be less worried.
Okay.
Okay.
So...
That is a classic sketch that is used in so many memes. And we're going to pull up some more. Some of this artwork, oh yes. This is a beautiful scene. I think, in true tribute to the Canadian W, I almost said World Economic Forum. I don't even think it's our government anymore. But let's just play this one. Oh, yeah. One can only dream, right? I have blue eyes. I can't buy them honestly. I know, eh? Weird, eh? Hitler had issues, mommy issues severely. Oh, I think we all love this one. And I pull up the last one after this one. We all need to see it. I think we need this moment of clarity. Yeah. Oh, well, we might be heading close, Hans. We might be heading close. Like, I keep thinking, like,
You are all going to die. And I want you to look deep into the face of the Jew who is going to do it.
how can you not love this scene? Yeah, you picked the wrong side of history, Hans. I watched that one. I watched the Barbie. I actually almost cried more during Barbie. I basically spent 6 hours in the theater crying my eyes out over both films. Like, I haven't done something like that since university lectures, and I was just like, yeah, I think I'm traumatized. And I like how, like, her ghost is almost like in the background, you know? I actually really liked it. I really liked Oppenheimer, and it is sick. So now we come to the forest. And I think we all know what scene's coming up next. I cried during it. I liked it. I think like I saw 3 films in the theater this summer. Sound of Freedom, Barbie, and Oppenheimer. And oh dear, that would have already given me away as a Brit. I can't even make I've worked like my finger just doesn't even bend that way, so I totally can't I can do this one. This one. I can't. I actually had to concentrate so hard because I've done so much factory work. It doesn't actually. It's it moves certain ways, not that way. And I can't. I used to be able to move it. And it's not even my new job. It's almost like it broke so long ago and I didn't notice. No, I did the whole Barbie Oppenheimer double feature. And also Sound of Freedom. And I kind of want to see more films, but they're just, it gets pricey. So at least I saw it used to be like Jurassic Park and Independence Day, and now we have Oh my goodness. And Barbie was cute, but it was like very existential. And seeing Oppenheimer, it was like, it was actually a very good film because it put a lot of context into, and it never tried to glorify him or villainize him. It really just, here's what he did. Here's some of the details of his life. It was almost like a soap opera. It was the perfect thing for the Barbie movie. I just kept wondering, like, why wouldn't he show his kids going to, maybe that's a family thing. I just think, why is he going for like the Barbie movie with his son and Oppenheimer with his daughter? And I'm sure his daughter would probably, like, I'm really hoping like the whole family as their little divorce, like, hey, daddy's on cocaine and insane. Just saying, would do like all sorts of kind of family moments. Like, nobody in Canada would have been upset if it had been like equal. But all he was sharing is like, this kid is this and when I went to Barbie, I dressed up in a dress in my army jacket. So I was like, I'm multitasking because I'm going to be here for 6 hours. Like 5 hours, 6 hours. I don't know. I'm glad I did it just to see what it was. And I want to unpack it more. I'm going to pull up some more of my blogs. I don't know where I was. Oh, I was in between things. Oh, here comes. Yes. Yeah, it's probably good I had a little moment to talk before I pull up the next blog. See, just a trigger warning if you are easily offended or anything, maybe just find another channel. You're already in the wrong place. Also, like, we just saw the last clip, so if you haven't run away by then, there might be a chance. Yeah, but I think we should drop the rest of this. And I think, too, maybe if we had taken this policy in World War II with the SS, like, this isn't just regular soldiers. Like, everyone's like, I know he's 98. I don't think he should be extradited. He's going to die anyways. Like, if the Polish government wants to do something, like, it's too late. Sorry. They had how long? Like, I'm sorry. Like, everyone knew where 2,000 Nazi officers were located in Canada. It's not like it was a big secret. I mean, I found it. Like, I'm not going to post them because some of their families have really distanced themselves from this, and I don't want to shame people who have gone out of their way for secrecy to not be involved. Like, they're like, I know who my family is, and it's disgusting, and I'm trying to make better. Like, I learned. Not everyone learns from every conflict. Sorry. Hairball. I'm getting tired. But yeah, like I do, I do absolutely agree we should look at all sides in any conflict. It's something I've learned the hard way over the years. But this one was pretty clear cut. Like, I'm sorry. This one was pretty clear cut. And it's almost like being recreated right now, because this shouldn't have happened in the House of Commons. Oh, we vet people. Well, this is who you vetted. We lost one of the best speakers in the House of Commons, but he should have reviewed his notes. And that's why I keep thinking, like, he is usually so on point. I almost think someone switched his papers just to shame him and get him out. Wow, that was an awesome movie. Christopher Walken. Oh God, why can't I? I'll figure out the title. It's not important. I have the next clip. So extra trigger warning. Oh yeah. Yeah, this next one is, oh God. Yeah, we're going to pull this one up just to say, a good message to the House of Commons, how I feel about their behavior. I think we all saw this one. If you haven't seen it, you're going to love it.
I'm officially surrendering myself over to you, Lieutenant Crane. For your prisoners. How about my knife?
Why won't this go up? Sorry.
Thank you very much, Colonel. You bitch cuff the Colonel's hands behind his back. Oh, it's not really necessary. Slave to appearances. Scalp Herman.
I'm sorry that I know this sounds sadistic, but it's been a long week already.
Yeah, they made that deal, but they don't give a fuck about him. They need you. You'll be shot for this? Nah, I don't think so. More like chewed out.
Chewed out. I've been chewed out before.
You bitch myself heard that deal you made with the brass. In the war tonight, I'll make that deal. How about you bitch? You make that deal? I'd make that deal. I don't blame you. Damn good deal. And that pretty little nest you feather for yourself. Well, if you're willing to barbecue the whole high command, I suppose that's worth certain considerations. But I do have one question. When you get to your little place on Nantucket Island, I imagine you won't take off that handsome looking.
Haven't you seen this movie? Oh my God. Okay, I'll pull up the trailer. I will pull up the trailer because you got to see this. I normally don't pull up trailers in the middle.
I mean, if I have my way, you wear that goddamn uniform for the rest of your pecker sucking life. I'm aware I ain't practical.
bomb at some point. You gotta have to take.
Yeah, this is like Tarantino at his finest. See, we wouldn't have had this problem in the House of Commons. Like, I'm just saying, like I know there's surgery, but at least they remember.
What's up, you rich? I think this just might be my masterpiece.
I love this movie. I'm gonna let the credits play. Just because it was a brilliant movie, and also if I played this much of Tarantino's stuff, I'm gonna let his credits play. They kind of do. No, that was a brilliant movie. I love that movie. I could almost recite it. Oh, do not do that. Okay. Stop it. There we go. Okay, that's budget gimmicks. Washington labels everything an emergency to spend your tax dollars on. And, you know, we have Nazis in Canada, but you have a shutdown in your country. Oh, God, Trudeau in pink. He's so gorgeous. And this was a happy article I pulled up. AI, this is what AI was coming up with. I'm going to pull this up. How long is this?
And we're going to get into
Not
something.
too long. Sorry, breakfast television. I mean, it's there if you want to see it, but I'm really pissed off with Sid right now. I just don't even want to deal with that man. Just some of the stuff he said, I'm like, okay, let's do this one. Oh, okay. No. Come on. Because this is going to be freaky as fuck. Since we're already on a trigger warning.
The doctor sat down and said, "Are you a girl?" And she said, "Yep." And he's like, "Okay, from now on, you're a girl."
Yes, funny. Yes, but not funny, haha.
Hey everybody, so I have some big news to share. We are announcing the creation of the first ever White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention. And we are doing this work.
How's that going to work out? It's illegal to commit a crime with a gun. So an office, think you're going to get more rights? Think they're going to take the Second Amendment and eviscerate it further? I mean, come on, people.
In large part because of the activism, the organizing, the marching, the voting of all of you leaders, be it students, parents, teachers, community leaders, who understand that
this one's a complete moron. They've already taken the Bill of Rights, eviscerated it. You can thank George W. Bush for that, right? Patriot Act. It kept on going, right? Exponential. Obama just tripled down. Now it's like you should get rid of the whole Constitution. You racist.
I just want to say this real quick, man, on the political shit. Ain't no fucking way in the world y'all can vote for Donald Trump when he come back up again. If y'all do vote for him, y'all some stupid motherfuckers. I'm saying that to y'all. And this punk motherfucker don't care. Don't vote for that nigga.
All right, so let me get this right. We should vote for Biden. Does he think that's good for the people he claims to represent? Multi-millionaire, right? He thinks this is going to help. Trump was worse for people of color than Biden. This guy, these people are so out of touch. A felon who now is telling poor people, act like he's poor, right? Armed security, gated mansions, but saying black people, that's who he's targeting here, should vote for Biden. It's in their best interest. If you don't vote for me, you ain't black.
Do you identify yourself as a weirdo, I guess? I'm technically non-binary. How about you?
Non-binary trans man.
What is the best thing about being trans?
I feel like as a trans person, I have way more of an understanding of my relationship to gender than a lot of cis.
These people have no idea what they're talking about. You have a relationship to your gender better than a straight person? You have no idea. You're confused. You change it. You're non-binary. You're binary. You're a fat woman on testosterone. From what I can tell, I don't even know these people. I don't really care until they force it on me. I always thought they were funny, right? I laughed at them. I mocked them. But now they force it on me. You know, demonetized on platforms. You can't talk about it. Canceled. Death threats. These people are in charge, my friends.
Too. I feel less restricted by gender roles.
There's a lot of meditation that goes into it. When did you realize you were non-binary?
I've always been uncomfortable with my body and feeling like a girl. There's just a lifetime of things that kind of led to a eureka moment.
When you think you're uncomfortable in your body, you seek therapy, go to church, see rabbi, imam, priest, something. You do something different. Not just take hormones. Obviously, eat copious amounts of, eat everything in sight.
If I got swept out into the ocean and there were only men around to save me, I'd rather drown.
Now, I came up with something new. We're going to do the comment challenge and things of that nature. Your comment has to be closed, so don't cheat, bitches. Do not cheat. Your comment has to be all the way closed and things of that nature. See, I close. Put your goggles on. They don't get none in your eyes and shit like that. And I always have your Listerine and water and stuff like this. So we're going to try the comment challenge to see what's going to happen.
I have no words. What is going on here? Seems like we've gotten dumber. You hear it often in the comments. We're living the movie Idiocracy. But we are. Where's the Brondo? These people, they vote. See, that's the problem. When they didn't vote, I didn't really care. Now they don't vote. They get ballots sent to 5 ballots sent to them. They send back 7. And they always vote D. Because Joe Biden, Rand Joe will take care of you, right? He really cares. The guys hadn't pumped gas in 50 years.
What's so special to me about being a part of Transsocial? Being a part of the Transsocial family is that from day one.
What is Transsocial family? This person's hideous. Sorry. Now, let's say they're like that. Just go through with me. Hypothetical. It's your neighbor. The dude thinks you're a woman. They were nice, friendly, handy. You know, just a good person overall. They're weird as shit. Got no problem. All these people talk about is identity. What they do sexually. How we should cut off 8-year-olds' testicles and like it. Hey, you should be all about that life.
I have been embraced as who I am.
Right.
I've been loved. I've been respected.
Right.
And I've been honored for who I am.
Sure.
What's so...
Yeah. Online, how it works. Is that fulfilling? Online, your Reddit group, on Twitter, on TikTok. It's a shallow way to live where everybody's, oh, you're so stunning and brave. You're amazing. You're the best among us. You can look in the mirror. They know that. These people look in the mirror and go, wow, I got a problem here. But they just keep lying. And the government keeps force-feeding it to you.
I swear that every ounce of male privilege that I lost from transitioning went straight to my ass.
I think we've won if we create some gender-neutral world in which there is no gender. I think we only win if we create a world that is just filled to the brim, where every kind.
How is there no gender? I don't know what these people want. Like, if you said, what's your vision? It's a gender-neutral world. No gender. Say, so what do we look like? Some weird science fiction movie? Where everyone wears the same clothes, acts the same. And it's the spice of life. These people need to seek help immediately.
Kind of expression is appreciated in its own right. Every type of expression is adored and celebrated. In my dream world, gender is just like a really good vintage store. There's so many different shapes and cuts and silhouettes. There are a million different fabrics and textures. The space doesn't suggest what is right and what isn't. What you're allowed to wear and what you can't.
Yeah, wear whatever you want, but don't force it on me and tell me it's normal. Don't tell me I should respect you as a female. I don't care. Now, if you're nice, again, I could get along with you. People aren't. They're angry. They're bitter. They're mean. And they want you to comply with every edict they come up with. And it changes every second.
Hey guys, it's me, Blake. Today's day 179 of being on estrogen, which means tomorrow is 6 months of being on estrogen.
Doesn't seem to be working very well, does it? Sound like a dude from the starters. You know, it's a stunning, brave woman, of course, but it ain't working because you can't change your DNA. You can wish it away. You want it. I could say I wanted you to be a woman too, but you're not, right? We can pretend. It's fun, but it ain't gonna happen.
I'm gonna try to post like a little day 0 to day 180 for you guys tomorrow.
Right.
Anyways, I love you. Bye.
Here are some examples of people in our system who use neopronouns, but also have a set of auxiliary pronouns that people can use if they don't understand the neopronouns.
People just make shit up as they go, right?
No, I
Auxiliary neopronouns.
refuse to
I'm gonna find some weird thread that talks about this at an academic institution from some drug-addled profession. They go, "This is normal. It's a science, bigot. Get with it."
Don't know how to use them, or if they just don't like the concept of neopronouns in general. First example that's been getting a lot of attention recently is Pastel. Pastel uses paints neopronouns, but they also use they them pronouns. Another example is Mag.
Just can't take any more of these people.
I
What
know,
do they do for a living? Do they work? How
I'm
do you get by
sorry.
when you're
I
paint
just-
self-pronouns? Try to go to work. It tells me that.
I
They go,
pulled
"We
this
just
up,
work here.
but I know
I'm
it's
female.
I
We just do
know,
Pay
and
me 8 hours,
I'm
you just
trying to
work.
make
Do your
dinner,
fun
but
stuff later. That's all I want from you."
You know, when I
This
first
is
realized that I
really-
was trans and I was looking up top surgery, I very quickly knew that I had to get a double incision. There was no way that I was going to be able to do a peri with the size of chest that I had. I was so disappointed about that.
I know this is like so
Now, if you see
disturbing,
this,
but this is
I
why
love
I'm
this
pulling it
next topic.
up late at night.
See the person's face and the way they talk and their body. They look like they had breast cancer, right?
Like this
I don't
is
see a man.
disturbing. Like,
They're
and
never going to be
this
a
is
man.
still a
That's the
chick
sad
to
part
me.
to them.
It's just
If they were family
what
members,
is
you know,
it
I'd be
with
kind
the
of there.
nose rings?
But they think
They
somehow
all have
cutting
the
your
fucking
mammary
nose
glands off
rings.
is going to make
If I
you a
see
man.
a nose ring, I'm like,
Be it
oh,
gender,
you're
social
one of
construct, should be
them.
real, like we said earlier.
I wanted anything but these scars. I really did. And you know, I think back to the 18-year-old me and I'm like, you poor babe, you have no idea how much you're going to love your scars. I actually had a surgeon offer me a different option and was like, oh, if we have to do revisions, it's no big deal, but less scarring is the goal, right? And I was like, actually, that's not really my goal.
If you had somebody who cut
can
themselves
I
on scars,
just say?
you'd
Can I just
institutionalize them.
say?
You take them away and say, you help.
I really
That's how
love
we
the
do things.
boobies. I'm not going to
This
show you off,
is loving.
but
This is now
I-
normal. I love my scars. I
how
want
is
scars.
this being
Who wants
normalized?
scars?
This like.
This is bizarre.
Oh my
And that's
god,
where I
these
was like,
puppies
oh, I'm
are
really
awesome.
okay with
Like,
scarring.
oh
I
my
just
god,
want
I
the chest
can't
that will make you feel the
believe
most
a
comfortable.
chick is
My scars
doing
have
this.
actually faded a lot, but I want my scars tattooed over. I want my scars on my body. I wear my
This is
scars
just-
like a badge of
I'm
honor and
sorry.
pride. There
No,
are many
it's
scars
not
on
a
my
badge
body
of
that I used to have
honor.
a lot of shame
It's
about.
not a
And I don't
badge
have
of
shame about any of my scars. They all tell my story, and I think it's really beautiful that you can literally see my history written on my skin.
Oh my god,
Well, thank
these
you for
people
the
are
early warning
retarded.
advice.
I'm
For
sorry.
some
I don't
people
know
out there
what
usually
else
really
to
angry.
say.
I never knew what. I
Stop
actually thought
eating
this was a
Tide
trans
Pods,
woman.
kids.
Now I find out it's a trans.
This is
trans
what
man.
happens.
That's what they're going for here. That's what they're trying to sell me on. This is getting worse, my friends, because now it's mainstream.
Yeah,
All
I know.
The government,
It's like,
highest levels of White House, all the media machine pushes this. It's nonstop. They won't stop. That is their goal, right? To make you accept this as normal. This is a man. You will accept it. Made this far. I'm going to thank you. Make sure to join me on Locals. Please sign up for free. You can see what's going on. If you like the videos or like the content, like the message, throw some money at it. It's not expensive. At least you can see uncensored videos where grown-ups talk. Thanks for being here.
yeah, I know. It's like so bizarre. It's like, I mean, I'm sorry. When I was in high school, the biggest phase was getting breast implants, looking extra girly. And why can't we just be happy in our own skin? I keep wondering that. Like, why aren't we teaching kids that? Because no, it feeds big pharma. It feeds all of these industries. I'm not going to pull that one up. This guy is awesome, though. Is it short? Okay.
What in the world is this?
Authorities are searching for a missing F-35 plane after Marine pilot ejected.
In the bathroom taking a shave, and I heard a screeching.
Yeah, this is the greatest
between a screech and a whistle.
person the Navy could have found for me.
What in the world is this? And I heard a boom.
in my whole house, yo.
White says he didn't realize it was a plane at the time, so he didn't call anybody.
I know.
He didn't like come out of space or something.
Well, you wouldn't even
I said, well,
think
the
that.
airplane, it needed a report, but the thing was flying was too low.
The F-35B airplane wreckage created an extensive debris field. The wreckage is located off Old Georgetown Road. Military security is very tight.
Oh, I have a few more clips. I'm not going to run it too long, but I really want some food before bed. Okay, this one's on like the new TikTok trend of obesity. I know we're all into body positivity, but you should take care of yourself. Oh, we're going to pull up this one. Here's a good one.
Joe Biden spent September 11th, 2001 hiding in a bunker. Kamala Harris spent it with her boyfriend, Montel Williams. Donald Trump spent it marching to a war zone of ash and fire with an army of his own men to save Americans. Watch.
Donald, what do you think about all this? You're a developer. You've built buildings all your life.
Well, there's never been anything like this. It's disgraceful, and I hope we attack fast. I hope we find out who it is and go fast. I hear you're doing an amazing job, so I just want to give you some support. Yeah, meant from my company. We have another 100 coming in a little while.
And how long have they been down here?
They've been down here for about a day and a half.
What have you talked to other developers? Are they donating their time, their men's work?
Well, I hope they are. I haven't really focused on that, but we have a lot of people coming down here and a lot of people down here now, and they're brave guys. A couple of them got hurt, but I'm just want to spur them on a little bit. I was just down to Ground Zero. Ground Zero is a disaster. I've never seen anything like this. I hope we act very quickly.
I think that affected everyone from our generation, like my generation, so much. And kids who weren't alive wouldn't understand what the world was like before. Oh, this is beautiful. This is an amazing, okay. Oh, this is so many. He's doing so much clickbait. Like normally he does like a lot of extreme stuff, but about Lebanon, but he showcases the country and his family. This one's pretty cool.
Look at the precision and incredible detail carved into this statue. It's made from a single piece of limestone and was cut directly from the bedrock. This is the colossal statue of Ramses II, one of the most powerful pharaohs in ancient Egyptian history. It stands at a height of approximately 10 meters or 33 feet. The muscle tone and detail around the kneecap is incredible, and it's the same on his arm. It's not easy to carve this level of precision in any statue, especially a colossal statue of this size. Look at how precise the garment is. All of this was supposed to have been done by hand, with primitive tools, and absolutely no machinery or advanced technology.
See, yeah, we actually did all this. Like, what have we lost? I think there was like 100,000 documents lost in the fire of Alexandria. And that we lost most of our human history in that. Okay, so we're not going to pull up Russell Brand. Which one's this one?
And we are getting another story from Canada itself.
Oh,
Now,
God.
Canada is under fire for applauding a Nazi in Parliament during the Ukraine, President Volodymyr Zelensky's visit. And Canadian Jewish organizations and social media critics are slamming the Canadian Parliament for giving a man who fought for the Nazis a standing ovation. The leader of opposition in Canada, Pierre, called it an appalling error in judgment on the part of Justin Trudeau, whose personal protocol office is responsible for arranging and vetting all guests and programming for state visits of this kind. Pierre has also called for Trudeau to personally apologize, saying that he must avoid passing the blame to others, as he always does. In fact, the Speaker of Canada's House of Commons apologized on Sunday for recognizing a man who fought for a Nazi military unit during World War II. And we have CNN News 18's Abhishek Jha to tell us more about this whole controversy. Abhishek, over to you.
Of course, this is a real concern that the Canadian society and the political system will not accept, felicitating and honoring a person who has been involved in Nazi atrocities. And this is what has happened. And Justin Trudeau government, the Prime Minister himself has met that person. We saw cheering and applauding for that person, that soldiers of Nazi unit on the House of Commons. And people didn't know much about him, his background then. Because it is believed that the protocol division of Prime Minister Trudeau is responsible for any guest or any member who is felicitated on the House, on the floor of the House of Commons. And for that, people didn't know much about it. Much about it, and probably that was one of the reasons why he just passed on as a normal veteran. But as the information trickled in that he had been involved in Nazi atrocities units and he worked for them, there has been wide uproar across Canada, so much so that the Speaker
of the Canadian
Parliament has also apologized. Now the opposition is demanding that the Trudeau government should take the blame of it, and he should also apologize for him being felicitated and honored at the floor of the House.
All right, Abhishek, thank you so much for those details. We'll keep coming back to you for more updates on this story.
Yeah, well, I think India might nuke us. This one's cool. How long is this one? 40 seconds.
Yes, it looks like a Grimpotutus species.
I pull up a lot of stuff. Like, I just put them up randomly sometimes, and then I'm like,
but that is also
okay, I didn't know this one was on here.
It always is. The blackness, just, yes,
yeah, the
so,
stark contrast.
Yeah, so beautiful.
The ocean is almost like its own alien environment. That one was so damn cute. Unlike this one. I'm not even pulling up this. Like, I am so... He's such a fucking bootlicker sometimes. Oh, here we go.
Let me begin by expressing our felicitations to the President of the General Assembly, His Excellency Dennis Francis, and our fullest support to the 78th UNGA's theme of rebuilding trust and reigniting global solidarity. This is an occasion to take stock of our achievements and challenges, even while sharing our aspirations and goals. And indeed, in regard to both, there is much that India has to share. Mr. President, the world is witnessing an exceptional period of turmoil. As it is, structural inequities and uneven development have imposed burdens on the global south. But stresses have been aggravated by the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic and the repercussions of ongoing conflicts, tensions, and disputes.
As a result, socio-economic gains of recent years have been rolled back. Resources for sustainable development are severely challenged, and many countries really struggle to make ends meet. Navigating the future appears even more daunting today. At this juncture, it was with a sense of exceptional responsibility that India took up the presidency of the G20. Our vision of one Earth, one family, one future sought to focus on the key concerns of the many, not just the narrow interests of a few. In the words of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, it was to bridge divides, dismantle barriers, and sow seeds of collaboration that nourish a world where unity prevails over discord and where shared destiny eclipses isolation. The New Delhi G20 Leaders' Declaration articulates our collective ability to do so. Excellencies, friends, at a time when East-West polarization is so sharp and the North-South divide so deep, the New Delhi Summit also affirms that diplomacy and dialogue are the only effective solutions. The international order is diverse, and we must cater for divergences, if not differences. The days when a few nations set the agenda and expected others to fall in line are over. As the United Nations itself symbolizes, finding common ground is an imperative. To listen to others and to respect their viewpoints, this is not weakness, it is the basics of cooperation. Only then can collective efforts on global issues be successful. Recognizing that growth and development must focus on the most vulnerable, we began the G20 presidency by convening the Voice of the Global South Summit. This enabled us to hear directly from 125 nations and place their concerns on the G20 agenda. As a consequence, issues which deserve global attention got a fair hearing. More than that, the deliberations produce outcomes that have great significance for the international community. Mr. President, it was also noteworthy that at India's initiative, the African Union was admitted as a permanent member of the G20. By doing so, we gave voice to an entire continent which has long been its due.
Amen.
This significant step in reform should inspire the United Nations, a much older organization, to also make the Security Council contemporary. Broad representation is, after all, a prerequisite.
Okay, I'm going to
for both
skip over a lot of this.
and
If you want to see the rest of
the outcomes of the New Delhi
his
G20
speech,
summit will surely resonate for years ahead.
how much longer is this?
Among
Oh,
them
God.
is an
Yeah, no,
action
we're
plan
skipping
for
over this.
sustainable
Sorry,
development
dude.
goals, a crucial need of the day.
You can
Equally
find the
important
rest
are the
of
high
his
principles
speech
of
on my blog, just because I'm also like over the 5-minute doom of gloom copyright strike mark. Except for him. Yeah, I might pull him up. Yeah, they did this. Yeah, here. I'm gonna go from the bottom up now, because I need a minute after that one.
I try to run, but see, I'm not that fast. I think first, but surely finish last.
Hi, Daddy. I mean, officer. I'm so sorry. Sorry. I was speeding because I was just trying to get home from my 12-hour shift. I'm a nurse. But I don't think I need to get home that quick now. Since you're here, we can take our time talking to each other. And me and my husband is not that serious. Yeah. I'll gladly take the ticket and your number. And I don't usually look like this. This is like my 5th shift in a row. Yeah. So, what are you up to, officer? Whew. It's hot in here, and you? Yeah, we're fine. Whew. Arrest me.
Oh yeah, slap those handcuffs on. Sorry, bad jokes. Bad jokes. Sometimes I pull these clips up. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream. Thank you for joining me. It's already like 1 a.m. and I gotta get up at 4 a.m. So love you, Steve. You take care, sir. Thank you for joining me. No, and thank you for everyone who joined me. I'm just trying to figure out, like, I'm sorry if some of my blog tonight seemed extreme, but I'm just trying to like what the fuck really happened? Like, I'm sorry, but what did, like, no, this, my ancestors would be rolling over because they fought in World War II. So that it's just like, oh God, my grandpa probably would have thrown him off of the upper balcony. I hate to say it, but hey, Grandpa, I'm sorry for saying it, but I would have helped you. Just find him in the back alley. I don't know. It's like, how do you, if the governments aren't, like, this wasn't just a normal war event, and now we're endorsing round 3. Round 3. I guess it's like, I can never do that. On either hand, this is how the Germans would have caught me. Bad jokes. Bad jokes. Yeah, watching Glorious Bastards, I know, like, some of the clips I pulled up were pretty extreme, but I'm just trying, like, when I'm trying to express how I feel about my country, especially, he fought in Amsterdam. Oh, I can show you here before I shut this off. I know it's like super hard to see, but that was like one of his old platoons. Yeah. Make a nice place of the pearly gates for me. Yeah, I wasn't going to get into this, but Canada is just going nuts these days. And I'm just like, what is going on? Like, it literally feels like 1984 Brave New World, where, like, the sides just all of a sudden switch in the middle of the story. and you don't know which side you're even on. I know this is a sad story. I'm already doing the like autistic, like I need to hug myself thing. My mom had a whole ton of them, and she got rid of them. I literally picked out the ones as much as I could. And she was like, those are my photos. I don't know these people. I don't think I want to save them. And I'm like, that is your choice. But I saved, and also like in high school, I didn't want to fight her, but I was so mad. I'm sorry. Like, I know she didn't understand, but it wasn't always her memories. And she might not have known those people, but now with all this new technology, people kind of want to make connections. So, but that's okay. I just felt so mad in high school. Like, how can you just destroy this? And like, how can you just destroy? Like, I'm sorry. I gotta end this. Yeah, it's just funny how things work out, and thank you for joining me. Please like and subscribe or not. It's your choice. I'm sorry this stream didn't end like I planned. Have a good night. Bye. Cheers.